let us look at what happens when I have a spring. Okay, so many problems, you will also have a spring. So now I'm just going to tell you a very little bit of theory, then we'll start off the problem. Okay, so the first point is, suppose I had a spring. Let us say that you can have a spring with a small connecting thing. Now this fellow here is a massless object. So one possibility is it is a massless thing where you are going to go and collide, and then there is a spring. Now sometimes people put a massless object like that just to say the spring has to be connected to something. Okay, so maybe on this side is just left open. And so this is just a small hanging thing, and you can have, let us say, a block moving with some velocity u. So this is a mass m moving with a velocity u, going and colliding with this, and then sticking, either sticking to it or pushing it. But if it is massless, sticking does not mean you lose energy. Think about it. Remember, I told you that kinetic energy is p square by 2m. Right? The reason after collision when you stick you lose energy is because p square remains the same, but the m has now become larger. But if this is massless, m has not become larger. So when you have a massless object colliding with a massless object, well, actually this is nothing. So in certain problems what happens is people don't even draw this. They just say there is a spring, you just go and push that spring. And as you go inside and push that spring, okay, so this one just goes in and pushes that spring. This is going to take time to collide in and go in, and then that is going to start moving. There is going to be this maximum compression of the spring. So this is one kind of a problem. Now, even during the collision phase itself is a long phase. Why? Because once the mass comes here and it starts to go inside, it is pushing that fellow, that guy starts to move, there is a force on this and so on. It is a elongated time collision. It's not happening instantly. It is not the kind of collision where this ball just simply hits the wall. It's not that kind of collision. It is going to take a while. Okay. The second kind is where I have a block and I have a spring. And let us say a bullet or something goes, or another block goes, and it goes and strikes this fellow. Okay? What is going to happen? This goes in and collides. While this collision happens, the time interval during which this happens is so short. This happens so quickly that during this time, the spring has not even got time to start getting compressed. Because when will the spring start pushing? When will the spring start pushing? When you have compressed the spring, it will start to push. This block does not even know there is a collision happening here. When will this block know? When the spring has compressed and is pushing that fellow. But that is not even started. And the spring, because it's not compressed, is not pushing this fellow. So actually, while you are solving this part of the problem, you can just ignore everything here. You can do this collision as if there was no spring, no mass, nothing. Because this whole thing happens really quickly, finished. It comes, collides, sticks, done. But after this, this is moving, right? Then this guy will slowly start to push that one, and therefore then they will get compressed. Then this will move and that will move and so on. But that is a problem that looks like this but slightly different. Do you understand? In this problem, when this guy goes inside, there is no loss of energy. Because this guy goes, hits. But hits the spring means nothing. Massless spring. It hits the spring. What is going to happen to its velocity? Nothing, no change. So it's going to continue moving with you. Then as you start moving in, the spring pushes, and so then this fellow's velocity will reduce, and then that fellow's velocity will increase. So there will be momentum conservation, but there will be no loss in energy. If it was a massless plate that you are hitting, there will be no loss in energy. If it was just the spring that you are hitting, no loss in energy. But if there is a block that you are hitting, there will be a loss in energy. Is that understood? Because this happens very quickly, you lose energy here, then this compression starts happening. I want you to understand the difference between that question and this question. Think hard about it. We are going to do both of these questions now. So what I'm going to do is, instead of solving it, I'm going to just now give you the question. So you solve it. Then we'll come back and look at the question, okay?